sorry for the upload delay. I decided to refilm this whole thing and then post it on this on the night. You'll see this on my channel. I got a little something for you. I found me a tea bag of Earl Grey. Put it in there. Now I'm going to do 2 teaspoons. I can eyeball them. 1, 2. Now I got 2. Sorry. I got 1 cup of water inside of this pot, bottom of the pot. It's cool. Since it's early at the beginning of December, as I upload this, the first night of December, it's a bit cool here. The environment's cooler. The temperatures are, and the ambient is just cooler in general. Checking on my black cast iron pan, I've got hard debris from cooking lemon pepper butter chicken in, and the other stuff I cooked in here in this big pot. What that is? I cooked a very small amount of yellow lentil spaghetti, and I used some of the water, and I tossed butter, and the ratio is usually 50 grams of butter to 100 grams of pasta, but I use far less. And I use a little pasta water to thicken and emulsify everything. And I grated some Parmigiano into it and mixed it until it was blended, made a creamy sauce. And I ate it before it stick, and used it along and had it with one of the garlic butter, the lemon pepper butter chicken breast. I might say. This is what I used, but I'm not using this again because look for the grater that I used previously for my lemon and my orange. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get this pot of water. It's 2 cups worth boiling, and what I'm going to do. Once I've done this, I'm going to pour it over this cool water here to make it even temperature grade so I won't boil and scald any of the beautiful compounds in the tea. Now, got me some trace mineral drops, ConcenTrace minerals, and it has, I believe, 70 something minerals in it, whatever. I'm going to put 1, 2, 3 drops. Swirl that around. Yeah, I got it. I'll get it. I'll put stuff in as we go. Look for that damn grater. Any? Those are out of date or something? Or they're going to go out? Okay. Fuck that. Anyway, folks. Here's a... That's sad too. Anyways, folks, what I'm going to do is I'm going to zest this orange with this little tool here. I washed these close to 1/4 teaspoon each of the orange and the lemon zest is what I think would be. Now this Lady Gray with lavender, is what it's called. Inspired by the tea company Twinings, was it? Twinings. In jolly old England. And my mother and I had some Earl Grey with lavender in Shreveport. It was one of those times we went to take Dad one of his medical trips, I believe. Wasn't it? A lot of my subscribers know me, so they know my history about my dad. I've told stories on the podcast. But anyway, or I'm going to anyway. So, we went by this little tea shop where they had the actual chai, and then they had this bastardization called chai latte and all that. And, you know, that American cringe shit. So, they had that. So we tried something because we both were familiar with Earl Grey. I've known about Earl Grey since I was a kid, and I've enjoyed it. So what we decided to do was get a cup of this stuff. It's called Earl Grey Lavender. Well, we brewed a cup of it individually because they allowed your dad to fix it. And they did that. They had it all. So we used their stuff to brew it. I'm going to. And they brewed it. I'm sorry, we brewed it. And that was one of the best fucking things we've ever tasted. So I was tinkering around and I figured out how to do the dry version, the dry spice version of the peel. But this is the zest. This is how much of the zest I started out with and adjusted to taste. But I don't want the fresh, vibrant lemon and orange to overpower the bergamot and the black tea itself, you know? So, but I do prefer them. But I start out with a quarter of a teaspoon each, like I said. And then I adjust to taste and go from there. And then the last thing I'm going to do 2 pinches of lavender. I got some lavender in a pint jar, as you can see. I rub it between my fingers, I put it in. And then I just...
You don't need a whole lot of
No, it's 2 pinches. Literally.
Yeah.
I know, that's what I'm telling the audience. And then I stir it. Make a little air pocket by putting my finger at the end of the spout to keep it from coming up as I stir it. Then the brew itself. You let it steep for about 4 to 5 minutes, your desire. And then you just strain it, and I use a Keurig K-cup strainer to strain it and serve it. And there you go. Here is how you make Leslie Savage's Lady Grey with Lavender from scratch. Thank you for watching. I'll show you the little clip at the end of when I serve it. So guys, this is how you do it. This is the end. This is being poured for someone. Through the K-cup like this, and what you do is you get yourself some more water, heat it up, pour on it, and continue the infusion. And you'll have 4 cups total, ideally.
That's so good.
Hey, perfect. See? Works. Now my last clip is how I'll show you how I serve mine. Stevia isolate, or I use pure or stevia or Rebianicide A or Rebianicide D, known as Reb A and Reb D for short. And get that to multiple sources. If I find them all tonight as I upload this, I will link them in the description below. But right now I'm going to use one of the naturals, 1-for-1 to sugar substitution. What was it? Magroside. I think it's just monk fruit extract, the magrosides, with the erythritol as the bulking agent. So I'm just going to use a spoon of that, level it as best I can, and a little extra, and then I'll put my what's the hot water I had to top off the what's left of that water that I had to top off the tea with, and then pour my tea into it like so. Hopefully you appreciate. By the way, I hope you can appreciate the fact this is a cast iron pot. This is a solid black painted pure cast iron pot. Great cast iron, I'm pretty sure. Now, if they added some chromium and a tiny bit of a platinum group metal like iridium or something, they wouldn't have to paint it black because the corrosion resistance would be quite freaking high. But whatever. Yeah, I'm a little bit literate in metallurgy. Got a welding background, and I helped weld a couple things in the past. So, experience, small degree of experience, and reading digitized and pirated literature a lot in my teens. Just a tiny bit more. I can do it like this. And that quick. I'm not super big into sweetness like I used to be as a kid, obviously, but yeah. Thank you very much for watching.